back to Gretchen's Vegan Bakery. Who is ready to make a chocolate mousse cheesecake? Yes, we already know I am in love with my cheesecake recipe. Okay, maybe addicted is a better word for it, but it is so good. And I just have so many different variations of cheesecake, like I can't stop making them. And I think it just went next level with this chocolate mousse cheesecake though. You guys, like seriously, chocolate mousse piled on top of creamy New York style cheesecake, fudge brownie base, ganache icing all over it. Like seriously, I knew when I came up with this idea that I was like, yeah, that sounds awesome and I know it's gonna be great. And then when I tried it, it was more like, holy shit, this is amazing. So I want to get right to it. I know you guys are going to want to dive right in, and actually it's way easier than it looks, but it is a building on recipes project where we do have to make 4 recipes to get to the final, but I'm going to take you step by step through each one, so just follow along and check out how to make chocolate mousse cheesecake. Alright, so first to make the brownie base, and I'm actually using a box mix brownie by Duncan Hines, since that is the only one that is completely vegan right down to the sugar that they use. I do have a full-length video explaining how I hacked the box brownie to make it perfect without any eggs, so if you want to check out that video, click the link below. Of course, you can use any brownie recipe you like best, and I do have several scratch recipes on my blog at gretchensveganbakery.com. All the links are below with step-by-step written instructions and video tutorials as usual. But basically, I am baking my brownie into the same cake pan that I will be baking my cheesecake batter. So this step definitely has to be done first. You don't need both of these layers though, but you can turn the extra one into just a regular brownie for a little extra dessert bonus, or make it into rum cake balls like I did to serve with this cheesecake. They are so good. Optional step of course, but hey, since we're already here, why not? Alright, so while those layers are baking, you can prepare the cheesecake batter. Not only is my vegan cheesecake the best one on the internet, yes, I said it, you're basically just going to throw everything into the food processor and whiz it until it is super smooth. The brownie base should cool in the pan for about 20 minutes before pouring the cheesecake batter over top, but then you're going to get the whole thing back into the oven in a water bath to bake for another hour. Now, as I mentioned, the prep for this cheesecake should be done in 2 parts because the cheesecake has to bake and cool completely before unmolding it, and I typically do this part on one day, and then on the next day I make the chocolate mousse. And for that you will need chocolate, vanilla extract, cream of tartar is helpful but not the end of the world if you don't have it, brewed coffee, sugar, agar powder, and aquafaba. Oh, and you are going to need a can of coconut milk to make the coconut whipped cream. So first add the agar powder to the hot coffee and then whisk that smooth. Now for the coconut whipped cream, if you have not seen this magic yet, you are in for a treat. A refrigerated can of coconut milk will separate the fat to the top of the can. Simply scoop it out and whip just that fat to soft peaked coconut whipped cream. Now set that aside, and now you're going to whip the aquafaba to super stiff peaks with the cream of tartar, and then slowly add in the granulated sugar. Alright, now we have our components to the mousse, and you're going to add the hot coffee agar mixture to the melted chocolate, whisk that smooth, and then add the coconut whipped cream. Last goes the whipped up aquafaba. You're going to fold that in gently and then just pour it into a bowl that has been lined with plastic wrap and allow it to set. Now this mousse sets almost instantly because of that agar, and I should probably mention that you can leave out the agar and this mousse will still set perfectly fine. I tried it both ways and it worked out beautifully both ways. Of course the agar version was a bit more firm, so it's really just your preference. Now while the mousse is setting in the refrigerator, you can make the ganache icing, and that is so simple to do. It's just a combination of plant milk and vegan chocolate melted together and then whisked to a beautifully silky pourable icing. Alright, we're almost there. Now that the mousse is set, carefully remove it from the bowl and place it on top of the cheesecake. Now the ganache gets poured over top, and for a finishing touch I used my leftover caramel buttercream from my Samoa cake that I made last week, and it was just perfect. I was going to garnish with the rum cake truffles directly onto the cheesecake, but my balls were just too big and I thought it would be overkill, so I served them on the side instead. So there you have it, guys. My chocolate mousse cheesecake is quite possibly the best thing I have ever made. Like, seriously. Creamy New York style cheesecake on a fudge brownie base and perfectly perfect chocolate mousse. The rum balls are just a bonus since we had that extra brownie layer. And again, all the recipes will be listed at gretchensveganbakery.com in written printable form as always. Alright everyone, thanks so much for watching, and a great big giant shout out to my patrons on Patreon and my pals in PayPal for all the support. Without you guys, these recipes would not be happening, like, that's for sure. Thank you is just never enough. I appreciate you guys so much. If you think you can help for as little as $1 a month, click the links below to find out how. Alright everyone, until next time, happy vegan baking. Bye for now.